But then, y'all, oh my God, I loved it so much. Y'all, I did not know that I could find another villain that is as bad as Bartise, but man, oh man, the Ultimatum, Queer Love, we found a new villain. Alright, so my friends, I was very late to the game. I'm not gonna lie, watching the Ultimatum Queer Love. I actually wasn't even going to review it on the channel or recap it because I watched the first episode, or at least started to actually, and I felt kind of like bored. I don't know, I wasn't really interested. And then 2 days ago, I was like, you know what? Let me try this again. And boy, I am so mad that I did not watch the show and recap it earlier for you because, my God, it is so good. It is so much better than the predecessor of this. Predecessors of the word? Of just the Ultimatum, Marry Me, Move On. This is the Queer Love version. My friends, I've watched the first couple of episodes and I am hooked. I am so hooked. The drama is going to be juicy. I cannot wait to start talking about these couples. Alright, so this season of the Ultimatum is basically the Ultimatum Queer Love. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of new couples. We've got 5 couples, 10 people. And the way I want to talk about this first couple of episodes, because I'm going to be doing a kind of a recap review of the first 3 episodes on this video. And the way I kind of wanted to do it was because, you know, the first couple of episodes before the choice is made, kind of like the Love is Blind recaps, or when you watch Love is Blind, it's very much of like it's everyone kind of getting to know each other. It's a little bit slow, not a lot happens, which is why I'm just going to combine the first 3 episodes into one and kind of just highlight the couples and give my opinions and thoughts on that. Okay? So, let us start with the couples. I've got my notes, as you guys know. My Love is Blind folk, you guys know about my notebook. Just so I could remember everything that I really want to say, because my God, we've got some fun couples, and boy, I cannot wait to talk about them. So let's start off with the first couple. We're going to talk about how they came in, and then I will get into who goes with who. So the first couple I want to talk about is Xander and Vanessa. And in this case, Xander is the one who issued the ultimatum to Vanessa, who, by the way, Vanessa, like I said in the beginning of this video, I never knew I could hate someone as much as I hated Bartise. But man, Vanessa's up there. Oh my God, this woman is literally, she's literally hitting on somebody as they walk through the door before they've even chosen who they're going to go with. Oh, hell no! I cannot. She's one of those very very free spirited. Like, I don't want to be married. Like, I don't know if I ever want to be. I don't know if I can commit myself to just being with one person for the rest of my life. Like, I'm being spoiled. I cannot stand her. So in this case, we have Xander, who is the one who issued the ultimatum to Vanessa. They were friends in high school where they hadn't come out yet. They were just friends. And then years later, they met each other. And now they are together. And Xander's definitely wanting to, really focus on getting a family and really starting the next step. And Vanessa's just like, well, not about it. Whew. And Vanessa. Then we move on to Mal and Yoli, who basically the one who issued the ultimatum in this case was Yoli. And Yoli's just wanting to take that next step. But Mal isn't opposed to marriage. She says she wants to get married. She does want to get married to her. She just doesn't think it is the right time. Now, this couple, they've been together, I believe, for 3 years, which, granted, that's okay. That seems like a good amount of time. Yeah, Mal's just not the one who's like, I don't want to get married. She just doesn't think she's ready to do it right now. She's that person who's like, I want to make sure I have enough money in the bank to do X, Y, and Z. That is that person. She wants to be secure in her relationship, and she wants to be secure in her job. That's how she views going to the next step. Then we have Mildred and Tiff, which, by the way, from the beginning, I said this couple cannot continue. There is too much toxicity here. They need to break up like yesterday. And then we find out that they kind of break up like once a week. So, yeah, that's red flag number 1. Just, no. They are bad for each other, and this relationship needs to end like yesterday. like yesterday.
Go in there.
I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
Then next we have Aussie and Sam. Aussie is Australian, which is funny because I don't know what her actual name is, but she just goes by Aussie, so I thought that was funny. But it's Aussie and Sam. They don't really talk too much about them. They're kind of like, but later on when I do my other recaps, you'll see me really talking about it because we find out some stuff about Miss Aussie that I wasn't expecting. Oh, and just for your reference, I have seen the first, I believe, 4 or 5 episodes. I'm just, again, behind on this, and I decided halfway through, like, after watching episode 3, I was like, you know what? I'm going to recap this. This is too good. I got to share my thoughts with my Watchaholic family. I have to. And last but not least, we have Miss Lexi and Ray. Oh, sorry, rewind. In Aussie and Sam, Sam is the one who issued the ultimatum, by the way. Then we have Lexi and Ray. Lexi is the one who issued the ultimatum in this. And Lexi, surprised me. She is 24, very young, but she is ready to get married. I think she's been with Ray, I think also like 2 years maybe? I'm forgetting right now. But, you know, most of these couples have been together, most of them, for like at least 3 years, right? So you have Lexi and Ray's basically the one that's just like not sure if she wants to get married. She's not opposed to it, but she's just like, I just don't know. Basically, she doesn't know if Lexi's the one, pretty much. But Lexi, we'll get into Lexi. I really like Lexi. I do. At this point in time, I do really like Lexi. I think she, when she calls out Vanessa, oh my God, it is the best thing ever. I love it. So, basically, in the first episode, we just have all the couples, you know, being like, oh my God, honey, I can't be without you. Like, I don't know how we're going to do this, but we have to. Just know that I love you, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff, right? That's all that happens. Then we move on into episodes 2 and 3, which is where things really start, you know, moving, because episodes 2 and pretty much 3 are when the decisions are starting to be made as to who they want to date. Out of the group of 10 people, they decide who they want to go with. So episode 2 is pretty much just we're going through basically it looks like they're doing like speed dating. Basically, they're all at the pool, and you just see different conversations with different partners, people being paired up, and kind of seeing if there's a vibe there. Now, I thought it was really interesting. So you have Vanessa being like, oh my God, this is going to be the best thing ever. I get to date everyone and find out who I want to be with. This is the greatest thing ever. She's literally going to every single person and having the time of her life dating. And then you have the opposite with Xander, who's literally like not even wanting to talk to anyone because she is so like upset about the fact that she's the one who built the ultimatum. Like she brought this onto herself, but you could clearly see that she's very attached to Vanessa, and really at this point really only wants to be with her. So you just see her kind of like on dates with other women, and she's just like not talking, like just clearly does not want to be there. But Vanessa's like the complete opposite. She is like her own little spirit-free animal, just going from girl to girl, like chatting it up. And then she decides that she's going to get into decides that she's really into these 2 people who are the couple, which is Lexi and Ray. She decides that she's really into both of them, which, how awkward is that? Because one of them issued the ultimatum, but she really likes her, and it's kind of like really awkward, and she doesn't know. And okay, and then we get into like really meeting Ray. Ray to me is somebody who should not be on reality TV. Like you could tell she just like is very shy. She doesn't really she's very camera shy. She's already shy like person in general. Like you could just totally tell that's who she is. Like she is not a very outspoken person, which is why Lexi compliments her well, because Lexi is much more outspoken and speaks what's on her mind, and Ray still, I think, needs some therapy. In my opinion, like on most of these reality TV shows, I think she needs to go to see a therapist. Just saying. So then with episode 2, like I said, they're going on these dates, and like the most important the most important dates I think were worth mentioning were, which I thought was a really weird match, but it was Aussie and Mildred. They're like going on their dates, and like at this point, Ozzy has changed her mind. At first, Ozzy was like not wanting to get married, and like 3 dates into talking to Mildred, she's like, you know what? I think I am ready to get married. Like, I think I can do this. And she's like, really? Oh my God, I changed you. But like, I never felt that like vibe as to like, oh, like this could be a romantic thing. Like, it just looked like they were like friends. But yeah, we'll get into that. It was just kind of weird. But anyway, they're kind of like a couple that you can see is kind of like starting to start up. Then we have, like I said, Vanessa, who's trying to figure out who she wants to be with. And it's just kind of awkward if she wants to be with Ray or if she wants to be with Lexi, because it's kind of like she's the in-between, kind of being like a homewrecker is how she feels at this point, right? But then, yo, oh my God, I loved it so much. I loved it so much. So Lexi goes on this date with Vanessa, and she realizes that Vanessa is here she has no goddamn reason why. And you know what? And I totally understand where Lexi is coming from, because at this point, I was thinking the same thing. Like, why is she here? Like, the whole point is to build a connection with somebody else to see if, like, you could see yourself marrying them, or if you really miss the other person so much that you can't be with anyone else. Like, that is the whole point of this experiment. And she's here being like, oh, you know, I don't really care. Like, and Lexi's like, wait a minute. So you don't think that Xander could fall for anybody else here? And she's like, no. And this is where the manipulation, all of the like bad shit really goes down, because she isn't there for the right reasons. I completely agree. I don't know why is Vanessa here? Why? She's literally not taking anything seriously. She thinks everything's a joke. She's just like smiling and everything. And boy, before we get into it, Lexi realizes this and bounces. She's like, I do not want to be with this woman. I do not want to be involved. She is not the one for you. And the next day, she goes to Ray and tells her, hey, I don't think you should be with this girl. She is not here for the right reasons. I am looking out for you. Please do not go out with this girl. She's not here for the right reasons, etc., etc. And she hates her. Like, Lexi absolutely hates her, which I'm pretty sure most of audiences do. I don't think there's much people in the audience who are like, oh my God, she seems like the nicest girl, because she is manipulative number one. I'm one of the people that can't stand her, but Lexi, woo, she hates her. Literally hates her. So let's just move on to the dinner night, to the portion of the evening where now everyone's going to make their decisions, okay? So starting from the first one, the people who end up being together, okay? So Xander picks Yoli, which at first I was like, oh, that's an interesting like thing, but they were kind of vibing, and I was like, oh, they're really vibing. Okay, there's something here, you know? So Xander and Yoli go for it, and guys, when Xander is asked about it, and this like weird thing comes out, like the host asks her like, oh, like, why'd you pick Yoli? And she's like, well, Yoli's like kind of reminds me of someone that I would have dated originally. And freaking Vanessa can't take it. Vanessa just starts chiming in, and she's like, wait,
hey, what girl are you talking about? Who did you date? I didn't know about this girl.
In front of everyone at the dinner, everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, literally sipping their drinks, like, what the hell is happening? Like, the tea is spilling, but what is... It was so bad. And Xander's like, you know, it's just trying to keep things private. And she's like, well, it wasn't like a real relationship like that. It was more of like, you know, like a Bumble, like Tinder thing. It never really went anywhere like that. And she is so pissed. And this is when she starts manipulating the situation. I'm talking about Vanessa. This is when she starts manipulating the situation. Because she's all like, she's like, oh, really? I didn't know about that. And she's like smiling at her. And then you just see her go, basically telling Xander to fuck off. And everybody's just like, oh my God, like, what the hell? That is what you call manipulation, because you are making her feel bad about what she just said so that she feels guilty and then feels like she has to explain stuff to you and be like, oh my God, when really could have just been nothing. Oh man, this is when it really started. This is when everyone at the table really started to hate her.
Jelena is a shady bitch and needs to get confronted about it.
Oh yes!
me in this house, right?
But yeah, so that happened, and I thought that was really effed up. Then we have Mal, who picks Lexi. I forget which is the order of who says who, but Lexi and Mal ends up choosing each other. Also, interesting match, but I was like, okay, cool. Turns out they were actually a really good match, but yeah, they end up matching. Then you have Mildred and Aussie. Now, this to me was very left field. I was like, really? I was like, I don't really see this, but Aussie's just saying like, oh, like I really enjoy my talks with her. She's so kind. She's so this. You know, they say all these things that you just don't know until you actually live with someone. You know, splitting in, you know, when people speak in platitudes kind of thing, you know. So they pick each other. And then that leaves Tiffany and Sam to pick each other. And this is the thing with shows like this, right? Because you don't know like who actually went first, who actually went last, you know, things like that. It's just the order they're put through. So as an audience member, as someone watching the show, it just looks like they were kind of put together by default. But y'all, Tiffany breaks down, like literally starts crying, breaking down, talking about how she's trying and she doesn't know if she can do this because she loves Mildred so much. And then Mildred starts freaking out, crying, leaves the dinner table, and everybody's just like, what the hell is going on? Like, what the hell? Literally, it was absolutely hilarious and sad at the same time, because you're like, what? This couple has like this weird like thing about each other, and they're just not good for each other. But she leaves the table and Tiffany runs after her, and Mildred's like, no, I don't want to talk to you right now. No. She goes in the bathroom, all this ordeal. Whatever. So then we go into Tiffany basically choosing Sam. They were just left by default. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta go with Sam because I don't know who else I'm supposed to pick. Like, I could be wrong. They could have gone first and they chose each other in the beginning. I don't know. But the way they made it seem was that they were last and they were just put together by default. And like I said, in the next couple of episodes, which I'll recap next, I personally was like, well, this is definitely not a romantic kind of relationship. Like, this looks like it's gonna be just platonic. Like, I don't see anything coming out of this whatsoever. Like, not even a little bit. So we have those people. Oh yeah, okay, so that's it. So those are the new couples now, and now from this night on, they have to live with them for 3 weeks in a trial marriage to see if they would rather be with them, or if they're going to choose their original partner, or if at the end of all, they're going to leave single. So that was basically episodes 1 through 3 in a huge nutshell, because like I said, the first couple of episodes are always very kind of, exposition. It's a very exposition. Oh, we're getting to meet the couples. Oh, we're talking. Oh, we're getting to... And now, episodes 4 and I think it's 9. I think it's 9 episodes, and then 10 is the reunion, which I haven't gotten to those episodes yet. So looking forward to that. But like I said, these were episodes 1 through 3. Easy, not too much, but these were my initial thoughts. Have you watched the Ultimatum Queer Love? If you have, comment down below. Let me know what couples you think actually had a chance, but no spoilers. No spoilers, please. No spoilers yet. Just at this point, what did you think at this point when you were watching it? What did you think? Who did you think was actually going to end up together? What do you think about the number one villain on the show? Vanessa. I know some other villains are going to slowly start to pop up. You know, people start to creep. You start to really see people for who they are. But man, Vanessa takes the cake for this, for at least for now. Ooh, she takes the cake, y'all. I can't do it. I cannot do it. But anyway, if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to subscribe, please click that subscribe button. And if you're interested in seeing more of my recaps, you can check out these videos right over here. Bye!